The Crusades, how they changed the world. The Crusades, a series of religious wars, fought between 1096 and 1291, were some of the most significant conflicts of the Middle Ages. What started as a call from the Catholic Church to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim control soon turned into centuries of warfare, shaping the political, economic, and cultural landscape of Europe and the Middle East. But beyond the battles and sieges, what lasting impact did the Crusades have on the world? 1. A shift in power, the rise and fall of empires. Before the Crusades, Europe was fragmented, with local feudal lords controlling small territories. The call to arms by Pope Urban II in 1095 led to the mobilization of thousands of knights and warriors, fostering a sense of unity under the Church. The Crusades weakened the Byzantine Empire. Although the Eastern Roman Byzantine Empire initially sought help against the Seljuk Turks, the Crusades ultimately led to its decline. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. This helps the YouTube algorithm promote our videos. Thank you so much. And now we continue our story. In 1204, the Fourth Crusade resulted in the sack of Constantinople, further weakening the empire until its final fall in 1453. Strengthened European monarchies. As feudal lords left to fight, kings consolidated their power, leading to the centralized kingdoms that would later define modern Europe. Second, economic transformation, opening the East to the West. One of the most lasting impacts of the Crusades was their economic effect. Trade between Europe and the Middle East flourished. New trade routes, European merchants, particularly from Italy, Venice, Genoa, Pisa, established lucrative trade connections with the Middle East, Persia, and even China. Luxury goods flooded Europe. Spices, silk, sugar, and exotic fruits became highly sought after, stimulating economic growth and encouraging exploration. Banking and finance evolved. The need to fund long military campaigns led to the development of early banking systems, credit letters, and financial institutions in Europe. The wealth and power that Italian city-states gained during this period would later fuel the Renaissance, a cultural revolution that changed Europe forever. 3. Cultural exchange and the Renaissance. While the Crusades were religious wars, they also led to a massive cultural exchange between the Christian and Muslim worlds. Rediscovery of ancient knowledge. Crusaders encountered Islamic scholars who had preserved and expanded upon Greek and Roman knowledge. Works by Aristotle, Plato, and Hippocrates re-entered Europe, sparking intellectual movements that would lead to the Renaissance. Advancements in medicine and science, Arabic numerals, algebra, advanced astronomy, and medical techniques from the Islamic world influenced European learning. Architecture and art. The Gothic style of European cathedrals was inspired by Islamic and Byzantine designs, as seen in the pointed arches and intricate mosaics. Despite being violent conflicts, the Crusades ironically helped bridge the gap between civilizations, laying the groundwork for Europe's intellectual awakening. 4. Religious consequences. Deepening divides. The Crusades deepened religious tensions that are still felt today. Christian-Muslim conflict. The wars left a legacy of mistrust and animosity between the Christian and Islamic worlds, reinforcing religious divisions that shaped later conflicts. Persecution of Jews. European Jews suffered massacres during the Crusades, particularly during the First Crusade, when entire Jewish communities were slaughtered in Germany and France. The schism between East and West. The sack of Constantinople in 1204 widened the divide between the Roman Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church, a rift that remains to this day. While the Crusades were framed as a holy mission, they ultimately deepened religious intolerance across cultures. The Age of Exploration. The Crusades as a catalyst. The wealth, trade, and cultural exposure that resulted from the Crusades planted the seeds for the Age of Exploration. Europeans developed a taste for Eastern goods, but the decline of Crusader states made direct access difficult. This fueled a desire to find alternative routes to Asia, eventually leading to Marco Polo's journey to China in the 13th century. The search for sea routes, culminating in the Age of Discovery in the 15th century. Columbus's voyage in 1492, opening the New World. Without the Crusades, Europe may not have had the economic and intellectual push to expand across the globe. Conclusion: the Crusades shaped the modern world. The Crusades were not just wars, they were turning points in history. Though they failed in their original goal of reclaiming the Holy Land permanently, they transformed Europe and the Middle East by shifting political power and centralizing monarchies, expanding trade networks and stimulating economic growth, reviving science, medicine, and philosophy, fueling the Renaissance, deepening religious divides, shaping future conflicts, inspiring the Age of Exploration, leading to European global expansion. Today, their legacy can still be seen in the political, cultural, and religious landscapes of the modern world. The Crusades may have been fought with swords and shields, but their real impact was far greater than the battlefield.